Hey y'all, and welcome back to my channel. So I know it's been a few days since I filmed or kind of done anything or took pictures because I've been putting a lot of stuff on Hush because it's like Facebook but for makeup addicts. That makes any sense. So I'm on there a lot. So today I have a look I want to do with the Aurora palette, which I haven't really got to play with yet. I've done some swatches. Some of the shades are really pretty. Some of the ones I do not care for. Like, I love the shade Manifest right here. It's a very bronzy shade. I love Soul. The only shades I'm really not too crazy for are, what's it say? Ecstasy, which is kind of a blue shimmery shade. Once it shimmers and you like hold it up, it's shimmery. It's really pretty. I feel like if you would do it lightly, it could be very pretty. But just for me and my skin tone, it's just not my personal taste of mine. And then I don't really care too much for Destiny. And it's kind of like a bluey, purpley, shimmery shade. So what I'm going to go into is I've really been wanting this ethereal shade right here. I've really just been dying to use it. Let me pull it back in so you can focus a little bit better. But I've been dying to use that shade because it's almost like it's a very light purpley lilac pop shimmer. So I've already got my eyes primed and put some powder on them, and I just used my Essence. Well, let me turn it so you can see it. Essence I Heart Color eyeshadow primer, and then I went on with some Tart translucent powder to just kind of set that in place because I wanted to just dive right on in. So Mariah, let's shut up and get on with the eye look. So what I'm going to do is I'm going to take my big fat fluffy blending brush. It is an E127, and I am going to go in with the shade Dream State. I was thinking Dreamsicle for some reason, but Dream State. It's a very like skin colored. I know on the shade there's not really a whole lot that is there, but it's gonna be a great transition shade to kind of build up into it. So next, what I'm gonna go in with is I'm gonna go in with a little bit of haze. It's more of like a taupe, like purpley shade, and I feel like it's going to go really well with that purple ethereal shade that we're going to work with. So it'll kind of tie it together, I feel like, in the end. And I'm going to really start building up my crease right now. I am blending in circular motions on the outside and then just kind of pulling through. If you've noticed, I have been keeping the colors kind of high up, and that's because I am going to turn this into a cut crease. So, next I'm going to go in with a little bit of a smaller blending brush. Nope, that's bigger, not smaller. I need a smaller one. I'm like digging through my brushes here and I can't find the one that I'm looking for. You ever like know which one that you're looking for and you can't find it, so you're like digging through all your brushes? And I'm going to go in with a E129. It's just a smaller, more flat tapered blending brush. And I'm going to go in with the shade Mystique right here. That's more of like a pinky kind of shade. And I'm really going to just kind of drag that in to the crease to kind of deepen that up a little bit. I am going to take a little bit more haze because I do want to deepen that up a little bit more on top of that. And just go right on top and just blend that out. You can probably hear my kids in the background moving stuff around because I did have another little studio area set up and I kind of got rooted out of it, so I moved myself into the bedroom, and that's why I haven't been filming very much, because I was thinking, you know, because there's not very good lighting in here. As you can see, there's kind of some shadows on my face, so I've done really the best that I can with, you know, the lighting. I've got lamps and stuff in here. I've got a lit mirror, so I'm trying to get as much light in here as I possibly can. So I'm going to go in and find this little brush that I like to use for concealer. It's just a flat, tapered brush. There's not a number on here, so I can't give you that. It's just a flat brush that I have. And I'm going to go in with some Smashbox Studio Skin concealer. And I'm just going to put that on the back of my hand and start cutting out my crease. Now, I didn't do a whole lot in the actual crease and everything up above because I'm trying to keep that a little bit more subtle because I don't want that to take away from the actual eye look itself. So I'm going to go ahead and cut this crease out and then I will be right back. And I am back here. No, I'm just playing. In all seriousness, I went ahead, cut out the crease, and then I put a little bit of Dream Stay on top of that concealer. So, here, yeah, I guess you can see it a little bit better from farther away. It focuses a little bit better. So I went ahead and put that on there because it is a light, more kind of yellowy skin tone color, and I feel like the yellow is really going to pop off that, and it's not going to interfere with that shade. So let's go in with a little bit of this purpley shade right here. I don't even think I'm saying it right, so if I am wrong and y'all know how to say it, please correct me so I don't sound like a dummy. And I'm just going to start out here on the very outer edge and just slowly pack that on. And then I am going to go towards the inner corner. And I'm just going to follow that line that we've already made. And I'm going to pack that on there as well. And it's a gorgeously pigmented color. So honestly, packing this on is so easy. It's not a problem at all. And I'm going to go in, before I go in with the yellow, I'm going to go ahead and do the other eye too. Just so I'm working with the same color and the same brush. I feel like it might make life just a tad bit easier. And I am bringing this shade a little bit closer together at the bottom and leaving it a little bit wider at the top. So if it looks a little bit funny, it's because that's what I'm doing. So, okay. And I'm pretty sure that this is a lip brush, but I have really, really small eyelids, so I don't have a whole lot of space to work with. So I'm going to go in with this just flat little itty bitty brush. I'm assuming it's probably a lip brush, but you could use it for your eyes. So I use a lot of my brushes for stuff that I'm sure that they're not actually intended for. But when you have small eyes, you ain't got a whole lot to work with. So I'm just going to go in with this shade Soul right here. It's a very yellowy, golden kind of shade. And these shades are showing up so well. And I haven't sprayed anything on these brushes. They're not wet. This is completely dry. And where those two kind of meet, I'm just going to take a little bit of the yellow and put it on top and just kind of blend it out so it's not so harsh. It's going to go in with a tad bit more right here because I really, really, really want to pack that color on. I want it to be super duper vibrant and like kind of stand out and go bam and grab your attention. Be like, girl, look at the center of this eye. And there we go. Then I'm going to take a little bit of this same shade, Soul, and I'm going to go right on here on top of the crease, and I'm just going to kind of carve that out. I'm going to use the same brush that I've been using and just kind of bring that up. Just at the very top, just kind of lightly. Just add a little bit more soul, if you know what I'm saying. Haha. Me and my stupid jokes. I have like that stupid humor And it's like, haha, very funny. Okay. And then on the very outer edge, I didn't feel like I was going to do this at first. I thought I was just going to kind of leave it alone. But I do want to add a little bit of this radiant shade right here. It's a very brown, shimmery shade. I just kind of feel like it would tie everything a little bit together better to add a little bit more dimension on the outside. So I am going to take it on the same little flat brush that I've been using. I'm going to take just a tad bit of it and just kind of put it right here on the edge. And then I'm going to just take my big, fat, fluffy blending brush and just kind of blend it and clean up on the outsides. Just a little bit more. Now I know it looks a little bit crazy right now, but I'm going to go throw on some foundation, liner, and lashes, and I will be back with the final look. I will see y'all in just a second. And we are back with the final look. Some liners, some lashes, some foundation, you know, all that good stuff. Got my eyebrows on. Girl, she done. So I just kind of wanted to do everything out of the video because I already have a foundation video and all that, and lashes. If you want to see a specific type of video, sound off down below. Let me know what kind of video you would like to see. And let's give my final thoughts on the Aurora palette. A lot of gorgeous shades in here. I'm not even going to lie. I kind of do want to use that shade Energy. It's a very, very bright yellow shade. So I am looking forward to using that in the future. I just couldn't think of a look that I could completely do with this palette and that yellow shade. So I may have to dive into another palette or two to be able to come up with a completed look. Now, it is kind of dusty. The shimmery shades, though, are super pigmented, very creamy. Just the mattes are a little bit dusty, but they do blend out very, very nicely. So if you want something that blends and the shimmery shades are super pigmented, this is a go. A lot of the Bad Habits, their shimmers are totally banging. I can't wait to get their new Divine palette, and then they came out with Disco Fever too. So I am looking forward to getting those two palettes as well by Bad Habit. And that's all I can think of for that palette itself. So I'm going to go ahead and wrap this up. I think we're going to go take the kids to get a couple more school clothes. You know how it's that time of the year. Got to get the kids' their lunch boxes, school clothes, all that good stuff. So I just want to say I hope everybody has a wonderful day. It's kind of stormy out, so try to stay dry. And I hope y'all have a great day. There's nothing else I can think of to say. So, bye, and I will see y'all later.